Hello and welcome back to our playthrough of Pyre. Another survey of blooming cool. I don't know what that's, what that was, but let's just continue. Trying to ignore and put that past us. After having reached the lonesome lands of Blooming Pool, you volunteer to survey the grounds. You prepare to head out. However, your companions beat you to it in this case. Take a load off, Sister Tizzy, and I got this one. They depart, leaving you to rest up. When they later return with nothing much to report, you are feeling better and are in the midst of deciding which of your vocations to pursue. Oh yeah, we are... Oh! I think we still have the chance after studying to go talk to people, so that's fine. Studying private and finally buff our companions to their maximum theoretical limit. Unless, of course, they go over that theoretical limit by any more buffs that they themselves give themselves after gaining more hope and other shit. You remain intent on further studying of the Book of Rites and find a place where you can concentrate upon it. Through greater understanding comes the reader's influence. +1 glory. Book seems to push back against you. Your sense of its hidden meaning crumbles under layers of contradiction, of missing details, and yet you feel a thorough knowledge of it now. It is more artifact than book. Its power almost solely rests with the reader, who makes time to form a certain meaning from the many passages unwritten. Yet the glimpse of knowledge you approached just then called back at you to stop and go no further, not to press too forcefully against the outer limits of your understanding. Nevertheless, from what you recognize shall have to be the final time, inspiration comes to you in a flash. And you gain the reader's influence righteousness. Finish studying. Sweet. We have fully buffed our companions. You look up to see the lone minstrel there. You had not noticed him. He looks up at you with his strange eyes, a color not unlike the bindings of the book, and he smiles at you, faintly. The moment passes, and he turns to go about his business. He leaves you there. You realize you are clutching the Book of Rites to your chest. You manage to pull it away. Interesting. Oh, Tizo, what's up, dude? You observe Tizo rummaging about the black wagon, as though in search of something. He notices you there and rushes up to greet you. Tizo was glad that you were here. He was just reminiscing about old times. But just as quickly, he resumes his search. Tizo is looking for something a former exile of the Nightwings once gave him. He is growing frustrated that the object he seeks is nowhere to be found. You almost do not notice the lone minstrel's approach. I am afraid that it is gone, Tizo. I am very sorry. Reader, it is nothing that ought to be cause for much concern. Merely that Tizo has misplaced something of sentimental value to him. It was just a spare bandage, he indicates, exactly like the one on his horn. Tizo here has had many adventures with the Nightwings. Is that not so, Tizo? He squawks in approval. Those memories shall always stay with you. Is that not what matters most of all? He confirms this as well. Then please do not worry yourself about it anymore. It is a symbol of a distant past, besides. Tizo skulks away into the rafters. The lone minstrel watches him go. The object that he seeks does not exist, reader. Tizo searches for it from a fleeting memory of his days with the Nightwings of the past. He performed the regular duties of the other drive imps at first. Ravenous creatures indigenous to the downside, possessing few passions other than a fast meal. Few in the Commonwealth believe these beasts are real, though stories of them are often told in jest at first, but soon distinguished himself. I was none too surprised. He was clearly special. He had grown close with the other members of the Nightwings when misfortunes fell, and the tremor fell apart. Perhaps Wilfred has revealed to you more of the details. As for Tizo, I feel he must make peace with the shadows of his past somehow. Perhaps then he shall cease searching. You need not worry for him, of course. He is resilient and shall always serve the Nightwings well. You might say that he was born for it. Begging your pardon, reader. The lone minstrel excuses himself in his polite way, leaving you to consider what he said. There was a, closing... what are they called? Not brackets, quotation mark, yeah. There was a missing closing quotation mark on that. Okay. Roster update. Tizo. Sure. What did Tizo's stuff get updated to? For many years. Found to remember. Misfortune appeared. I forget if we already read this, but let's just go through it one more time because I think it got updated. There are lots of imps and downside, but few, if any, are like this one. In fact, he seems to be descended from the most famous imp of them all. Tizo is older than he appears and drove the black wagon of Nightwings for many years, learning much about the rites while traveling with the triumvirate. But when his fortune fell, he disappeared. He re-emerged years later, having become an integral part of Wolfred's plan, and to serve as liaison between Wolfred and... or liaison, I'm sorry. And a certain band of exiles whom he entrusted. Sweet. Alright. I guess we shall continue our journey. Why not? To the Ridge of Goal. As we shall perform another rite and persevere as we always do. Ah, 2 more pages. Sweet. Can we... No? No more fruit? Alright. Fair enough. What do we got here? The Freedom Pact. We rid the land of an impending doom, but faced another of its kind. For we knew that we were trapped. Yet for each danger which we faced, for every failed ambush by the Arch, we met with gentle souls and kindred spirits of the downside, who deserved more than to fade from memory within this land. It was then the stars themselves showed us the way, delineating a great voyage across the sea. Near broken we became, but then at last a moonlit vision. Not one of the rights, thus shall they say of us, the 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours. Says goal. The Serpentine Gandorf turned to brittle stone not long after his death, of that you may be certain. What remains is a flat, elevated basin that stands as close to the heavens. Upon the fallen Gandorf's hide, the stars themselves light, and you shall know you stand on sacred ground. We set the metal sigils, lit the candle flames, and we emblazoned the rock-like forms the sigils of our passage to and from this land, and then the stars themselves, they did reply to us. They sang, shining bright, their voices loud and clear. We understood their cadence, and we knew how often to return. Sweet. More lore of the 8 scribes. Sir Sluggington, I'm glad to see you again. Oh, hey guys, look, I got something, I think, which maybe you'll like here, maybe? He shows you several bottles of multicolored liquids of some sort. Sun Serum, Next Right, plus 4 Hope, Star Serum, plus 4 Quickness, and Moon Serum. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they taste pretty good, I guess, and besides, they can give you just that little lift you need, you know what I mean? You got thirsty for them, don't ever worry, I can get more soon. Sweet. Finally get to actually sell something to him. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do common trinkets here. Stardust up there. Uncommon trinkets here. Sellables here. Yeah, Stardust and this nonsense up here. Alright, yeah, that's how we're gonna organize the inventory. So let's go ahead and sell this Downberry. I like how I can move it around in his inventory. Hey there, Ron, you wanna... Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you guys really are my favorite customers, you know? I guess we shall commence the trial. / the right. The timing is right for it. Everything is prepared, and night is just beginning to take hold above the lush overgrowth of the Ridge of Gold when Wolfred gets your attention. Rita, I suppose you might remember our first meeting with that manly Tinderstall. You would be mortified, of course, if you forgot. I would say that he is an embarrassment to my kind, but unfortunately I've known many others like him. We are a discontented people, I suppose. Anyway, when last we saw him, you might recall that I avoided him. We are not good acquaintances or anything, but he knows enough people in high places that he could be harmful to our plan, which is now at 34% success rate, of course, should he know of my involvement, and so... Wolfred dons his ritual mask. I shall have to be discreet here. As I am with Nightwings once again, I can no longer hide from him outright. Perhaps, though, he shall take me for a common sap. Anyhow, it seems to me we have a right to conduct. Oh yeah. Let's do it. Something else catches your notice in the sky. This time, strange new stars shimmering about the ones you recognize. The great titans have returned. Some of them, and merely in spirit, not in form, but those dark stars are a portentous sign. Though they may light your way, beware the path which they illuminate, reader. Henceforth, you may invite influence of the titan stars. Omens in the night sky, each representing one of the downside's mythical monstrosities. Titan stars for greater challenge, slain or routed long ago. Titans are an incredible part of legend in the 8 scribes. Look upon them without fear.
Behold the Titan stars.
At the start of the right, your Pyre shall automatically suffer damage -30. Oh, call upon the Titan stars to rank up faster. Oh, I see. Interact with activate Titan stars effect. Your adversaries each shall have +8 hope, making them return sooner after banishment. Your adversaries shall be more cunning and much quicker to react. Yeah, let's do this one. Can we do all of them? Oh my god.
The widow.
That may be a little bit too goofy for us. Any hope, return faster to banishment. I think we can deal with that. -30 fire or Pyre damage. See, the problem is if you're going to go with a smarter AI, which is what I'm assuming this means, then also having -30 Pyre damage is going to be problematic. So let's, you know what? Fuck it. Let's do all 3. Cool. This is gonna be maybe tough. Maybe just a little bit. I think we may have to actually, for the first time, choose people based on their skills, not based on their lack of experience. That needs to be buffed.
Burning remnants of monstrosities felled by the scribes themselves. Dare you to stand against them in their fury? Dark is the knowledge that you seek there, reader. Best focus on your adversaries, keen as they are to confront you once again. Put out their pyre first, and show them the glory of the Night Wings. Now then, make ready for the right.
Okay, we can do it. Why, what do we have here? Why, the Night Wings come to grace us with their presence once again. Are you perhaps intent on humiliating us even more than after the last time? You sense Wolford reaching out to you. Reader, let us indulge him for the time. Perhaps he shall reveal something we can use to provide a disincentive for his meddling. Just let him keep on talking. I shall attempt to remain hidden. And mind the colors of those raiments. I mean, they are rather gaudy in this light, I have to say, although I mean no offense at this, of course. So do you suppose the rite is going to commence soon? As much as I hope our chats like this, as much as I enjoy, our chats like this, I do have to get going soon. If you must know why, I'm expecting an important message from the other side, no less, come dawn. I hear something is brewing out there, some sort of unrest. So yes, it's a very important message. Sent all this way by one of those imp couriers, and I must say, those little things, their services are certainly not cheap. Though I'm not sure I could get you a good deal on their services. If you wish, perhaps to... Oh, he is sure now, he's not sure. To contact a loved one back home, All I ask for is that you stand aside and let chastity prevail as we ought. For I have a date with Destiny not long from now upon the Fall of Solium. He continues talking for some time until at last the rite is set to start. Oh ho ho, my, look at this wonderful assembly of exiles. You've come from all different corners, Such a colorful retinue for your Nightwings here. You know, I heard the most preposterous rumor about you, that you are a harboring and especially notorious criminal, one who has designs upon the Commonwealth itself. He looks right at Wilfred. But I could not imagine such outlandish tales could possibly be true, Anyhow, I so would like to meet everyone here. Hello, good Nightwings, I am H. Manly Tinderstoff, and truly it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Manly has intruded on your privacy as you said choosing your triumvirate. He could not be less welcome. He seems to be searching for someone in your ranks. Manly seems very interested in your triumvirate. You could send him away. A broken limb or two. Yeah, let's be super polite. I suggest Manly that perhaps you have to check on his own triumvirate in the key moments prior to the rite. Why, yes, of course, I was just taking the opportunity to bid all of your salutations, for I so enjoy getting to meet my fellow exiles face to face like this. Yes, there may be rules against this type of thing, but who's counting, am I right? I'm sure the scribes wouldn't mind if they were here. Anyway, now that you mention it, I ought to go back to my wonderful colleagues. See you shortly, and good luck. Manly leaves at last, leaving you to focus on the rite again.
Who shall conduct the rite?
Good fucking question. So Gilman's pretty fast. In fact, Gilman's the fastest one we got here. But also Pamitha flies. So let's go Pamitha, maybe Gilman, and I'm thinking Rookie. We're gonna definitely need speed on this one. So yeah, Pamitha, Gilman,
Sir Gilman.
and Rookie, who is gonna go ahead and have 29 hope. Holy shit. Is he the highest one we got? Maybe. Anyway, and yeah, Rookie.
Rookie. Ow.
I swear that manly makes even my skin crawl. Are you quite ready yet, old Nightwings? I doubt you are. Because my colleagues of Chastity and I, we have a trick or two we think shall take you by surprise. Just watch. Alright, Pamitha.
Commence.
Oh, in. Nice.
First dousing.
Okay. Oh no, I meant to not throw it. Whoops.
The orb.
Oh no. Gilman. Gilman. Gilman! Oh, not quite Gilman. Oh, they can actually drop their shit now. That's fine. Pamitha, Pamitha, Pamitha. We got this. And we just fly. And then we just fly in! No! Damn it. Rookie. Run. Okay. What? It definitely got in. Oh, man. Okay.
Be gone.
Oh. Fly. Pamitha, fly. No! Okay. Oh, and in. Yes. Did it. No problem.
Your pyre burns brighter for the while.
Oh, yeah.
Against the adversary's pyre.
And here I thought it might have actually been difficult. I say, hopefully, making it obvious that
Blessed be.
I'm being facetious and it actually is kind of a bit more difficult. Perhaps you're merely toying with me, huh? Well, all of this is very, very funny, but now stand aside and let old Manly wrap this up. Why won't you? Won't you?
That manly Tinderstaff has such a mind for politics. Would that he focused on the rights.
Yep.
And it is done.
Fucking wrecked.
Yes, the
No
Nightwings
problem.
did prevail. 'Twas as though the scribes themselves stood by their side. The right is ended.
My word, how could this happen to me? You deceitful, ignorant, utterly uncouth pack of fools. Have you any idea what you've done? Wilfred watches the outburst in silence. Keep spouting off like that, Manly, and you shall reveal all we need to know. You harbor such a fear within your heart there, don't you? Coming from the aristocracy and now in exile, how they must speak of you. What would they think of you if you don't get out, or even if you do? Wilfred remains deep in thought, studying his adversary. There, I see now. Then Wilfred recedes into the shadows. What? My head? Who? Oh, I believe there must be some mistake. I have to go. Ta-ta! Fine evening with you now. It's been a pleasure, genuinely so. Manly stumbles away in the stupor. And there he goes. I've lifted certain burdens from him, for a time. A bit of mercy for his sake, for my people's sake. As well, it should ensure that he has no lasting memory of our encounter here, or running into me. Now let's be off before he catches up with us again.
The rights do tend to teach something of trust.
Okay. Sweet.
Until the next right.
Game's too easy, man. Yeah. Alright. Oh, we got some more berries. Back at the wagon, after vanquishing Chastity in a decisive victory, you are about to join the others discussing the outcome when Wolford finds you. Good work back there, my girl. Though I'm afraid I must pull you away from any revelry, for there is something you should see. Please, join me outside. Round the outside, round the outside. Look forth, the golden star reveals itself to us once more. Indeed, somewhere deep in the infinite dark, a single star shines brighter than the rest. The path to freedom reveals itself yet again. Sweet. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna get Rookie out of it next. Soling the Golden Star. Yeah, I think Rookie's next to go. We finished his internal quest here. He got even with Barker, and now on the outside he should be, you know, feeling better. So I think he's next to go. Plus he's part of the original trio, so why not? Headwind though. I'm sorry, dude. You're gonna have to stay here for the entire time. You made a promise you're gonna help everybody get out, so now it's gonna take forever. The Rites are calling you again to the Fall of Solium, where one among you may go free, should you prevail. It is as we discussed. The cycle of Rites is beginning to turn more quickly. Perhaps the scribes themselves have taken notice. Fortunately, having more frequent opportunities to free ourselves is not unwelcome to our plan, which is now at 37% chance of success. I suppose it's good for everyone, including the Withdrawn, who will oppose us next. Getting to Mount Elodio ought to be a little easier than before at least. We should be able to make landing there near to some of the old monuments to the scribes. Let's set forth at dawn. Everyone soon is off to rest as best they are able, knowing that another chance of liberty for one of them shall soon present itself. Oh god, sure, 4 pages, holy Jesus. Okay. Oh, apparently 5 pages. My word. That is quite a few pages. Right, grab the berry, look at the book, and then talk to Gilman. Oh good, I don't remember what the pages were. Wonderful. Inspect. The stars shine strange beneath the sea. This one dared rise from the waters so that he could see them plain, the burning essence of those who came before. Our lives are but quests to join the stars. This one longed to be the brightest, but in the downside this one met those whose own stars shall doubtless burn at least as hot. Together we achieved great deeds. You may have seen some evidence of it, the remains of the greater titans which once darkened this dark land, but in our kinship was the strength to conquer them. It is this one's humble charge to chronicle those deeds, and may the titan stars never stain the sky during your time. Okay. And then here. In the words of Haub the Swallow, the Accursed, those bearing the name of Chastity all count themselves disciples of Luz Chlorian, the 100 Minds, known firstly for his wisdom but also cherished for his modesty, integrity, and kinship. Chlorian's priority in forming his triumvirate was to instill in all his subjects a deep-seated deference and respect for the rules governing the liberation cycle. The cycle of rights needs to be respected to be understood, and needs to be understood to be respected, Chlorian said. Thus, the Chastity are emissaries of the cycle. Should they earn back their liberty, then they shall spread enlightenment itself, and all of us shall grow. Endriga, the Widow. The boundless sea of soils and blackened star are all over the remains of the Blood Titan Endriga. After this one's exile, he was joined by many of his bravest Worm Knights who awakened the bold Titan inadvertently, while searching the downside's murky depths. Endriga was most displeased to see her hibernation end, and vowed to 4 ages of torment, on us and on our sea dominion. Our assault was grander than could be described, and lasted days and days and days. The noblest of the Worm Knights fell upon her massive form as waves which dashed themselves against the rocks. Our resolve eventually exceeded hers, and she collapsed into the seas and disappeared. This one alone remained to tell of it. Okay. Limbless Arzek. If this one is to be honest, he never expected his high-minded friend Luz Chlorian ever to raise arms, and yet 'twas Chlorian alone who toppled the Root Titan, which befouled the serenity of Wakingwood. Chlorian he brought to bear the might of his entire family of willful saps contained within his ancient gnarled staff. Soon did the poisoned soils of Limbless Arzek begin to dissipate. The Root Titan cried out a deafening last cry and withered to a speck. Arzek yet lives, a husk, a single foul seed still rotting where once something mighty stood. Chlorian, in his mercy, deigned that the surrounding woods ought to grow bold and strong, by casting off their influence of Arzek, not by forgetting him. Okay, and we think we have one more. Yes. Eastloch Astroborn. The foul name of the Star Titan is written here but once. Do not invoke it lest you aid its reawakening. It sups upon despair and fear and doubt, and lands such as our own. 'Twas our mighty mistress Milfe who tracked the Astroborn monstrosity within its loathsome pit. 'Twas where it lay nursing wounds sustained from traveling across the stars in search of simple prey. The wicked Astroborn could drive a lesser creature to the brink of sanity with a mere passing glance, but not Milithy. She cast upon the fiend 100 words of binding, each one more binding than the last. When the creature's incandescent skin, we bound this book and bound ourselves into the stars. Or onto the stars, interesting. It's good to know that I'm holding literally the sickest of all the Titans in my hands. The teenest of all the Titans. Sir Gilman, he seems to have something on his mind. I find Sir Gilman researching intently for something or other. His eye is shut tight, his brow furrowed in deep concentration. He acknowledges your presence in the most minimal way possible and continues scanning the environment. You shall have to forgive this knight's impotence, to you, Master Reader, for he is on the hunt at this time. Using his acute sense of hearing, which is much more acute while underwater, but shall have to suffice in this case, you shall track down a most elusive character. A character who has eluded this knight time and time again, and from whom this knight seeks to learn his still superior evasive strategies, applicable when they next may be conducted in the rites. Hold, is that? You have no idea to whom he is referring when. Stay, worm, you caught on. Could have run your neck just now, you know. Oh, this knight has failed again. Alas, Master Ruki, once more you have outwitted this poor knight and outmaneuvered him. Please, you must reveal the secret to your speed and cunning. Take it easy, chum, you're not half bad yourself. Besides, I was getting pretty sick of running circles around all these slowpokes before you showed up while we were out at sea. Do you truly mean that, Master Ruki? But no, it cannot be, for this knight has seen nary anyone as deft as fleet of foot as you. Certainly, it must be advantageous to possess 4 feet, while this knight has but 1, if so it may be called, and yet we are all born with necessary means, and we must all make do. Look, chum, you gotta stop being so hard on yourself already. You ever thought maybe you ought to give yourself a break every once in a while? Never! This knight deserves no break, not while there is honor to be gained. He is merely a worm, one of roughly 8 billion of his kind, thus he must strive to be remarkable, and to exceed what is expected of him. Guess what, chum, you went and did that already. I thought all you Cedarine types were just a bunch of meatheads who didn't care for nothing but a fight. But you've been downright decent. You've made me break a sweat a couple times out there, and I thought maybe we got somebody quicker on his foot than me. What I'm trying to make is, it's been good having you with us. I always say it's worth having someone quick around to keep you on your toes. For a moment you wonder if Sir Gilman is about to weep. Sensing the same, Rook immediately changes the subject. Now come on, you want to go another round or what? There's some good hiding spots outside where I can show you how we curs get the drops on unwary passerbys. It's a very honorable way. Or in a very honorable way. This night would be most honored, Master Rookie. As the two of them head off to further train together, you catch notice of the Book of Rites there in the wagon. The rites which so stress trust and reliance on one fellow's exiles. The Ace Crabs likely did not envision Sir Gilman and Rook, in particular, as conductors of their sacred tradition. Yet perhaps theirs is the sort of kinship which they had in mind. Well, too bad you guys made a good kinship, because we're about to destroy it with the next rite. Yes, continue your journey. Since the next one is Liberation, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we're flying towards Liberation again. Yeah, and I'm almost certain that Rookie is the one I'm gonna go ahead and allow to return to the Commonwealth. Oh, what the fuck? Why is this beeping? As you soar above the waters of Worm Gulf, you notice Sir Gilman sidle up to you, very slowly. We are very, 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 very high above the waters, if this knight is not mistaken. This knight's brethren lurk beneath the surface there, in numbers untold. Fortunately, if we were to come crashing to the surface now, then this knight, why, he would receive a watery burial, as is the custom in this kind. Of his kind. Okay, interesting. Any more BBs that I should be looking out for? No? Yes? Maybe? None that I'm seeing, at least, at the moment. That's fine. Oh, yep, there's another beepy beepy. Something about the strange island you see below draws your attention. Best divert your gaze from the Isle of Calmer. An island nested in a deathless tempest and has significance to the 8 scribes. Even the scribes themselves thought to avoid the place. Let us fly on. Sweet. Time to fly on. Fly on, my little one. Don't know what oh god, I was gonna say what type of song this is, but that doesn't really rhyme. I was trying to rhyme with the word song, but then I mind flooded myself into not being able to like figure it out in half a second, and here we are. Once again in the same spot, disappointed with my inability to sing, but you know. You become used to it after a while, having lived inside of me. Favorite from the scribes if you land here. Head one shall gain favor from the scribes if you land here. Sure, you know what? Rookie, since you're going to be the one participating in the trials, it's going to be your freedom. Let's get you nice and favored. You make a landing on the sacred Mount Elodial, upon whose summit the next liberation rite shall soon take place. You wonder why you wonder who among you may regain his freedom, or his or her freedom at this time. Wolford finds you after his post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to the Fall of Solium by land. May we soon liberate another one of our own there. That should raise the chances that our plane shall ultimately succeed. Beyond our Crystal 6 Bay. Fucking finally. Let's do it. Next time, though. Sorry. It is the end of the episode, but there you go. You have something to look forward to. The final trials of Bay. Almost somewhat poetic that Bay goes last, but yeah, there you go. I hope that you will come back and listen next time. But you know what? Until then, you've been the audience. I've been OvoCephalon, and this has been Pyre. Just do this real quick, just so it's like, oh, nope, none of this. Oh god. So it's saved. There we go. So it is saved. All right, yeah. Sorry about that. Yeah. Goodbye.